Datuzinebeautifulmemories Reyes of Beautiful Memories, and knowing your number to look in the camera when I'm saying this stuff. A lot of you guys have asked me what a PENVISE is. A PENVISE is basically a product by the X-Acto company. It's metal. As you can see, it has this. I'm trying to see if I get it straight for you. There it goes. It has this wonderful little needle that is cut at an angle going like this. Also to help, and I'm sorry I'm having to hold this mic while I'm doing this because it's like making me nervous. I don't want to come out. It's got this wonderful little prong system here that you can see. It's like a normal bit you'd find at the hardware store maybe. It's got the cap. You can remove it. Obviously this one's wider, so I'm going to have to use needle nose pliers to do it. This thing tightens on. This is a sewing needle I use. If you can get really small ones, that's great, because the small ones are good for the front hairline, but if you want to get thicker hair in the spots that don't really get seen with the style, then you're going to want to use a needle about that size, which is about, I would say, like, for denim jeans, you can get, like, for your actual sewing machine to do it, you get needle nose pliers, you clip out the bottom a little bit to a certain length, and you clip the top at the angle. And basically what you're going to do is have to hold this again, sorry guys. You're going to get your Saran hair, beautiful hair I have left over. Always keep your leftover hairs, guys. If you trimmed all hair, keep the leftovers if you're gonna go ahead and do this. And I'm using Volk's head. Hope you guys still here. What we're gonna do is get this little thing. We're gonna angle it into the hair, and we're gonna poke it, jab it. You're gonna have like a little click, maybe. Don't be afraid. You want to make sure your needle goes in, and you're gonna pull it out, and you're gonna check. You'll have extra hair. See, extra hair, and you'll have a double root. A double root is what they call it when you half the hair that you have at the length. So a double root may give you a more natural style, more natural look. And I'm sorry if I'm not looking directly at this, just because I'm kind of looking at everything else that I have in front of me real quick. The next thing is when you're fully done and your hair is styled, it will look something like this. This one still needs to be styled, obviously, because she barely got rooted. She still needs some more things filled in. And as you can see, kind of looks like a factory. And that is basically how you do the rooting for the PENVISE. And it's not hard at all. It's nothing no one can learn how to do, not learn how to do. If you're doing a CY head, ZC head, triad heads, they're going to be harder. You're going to need to heat the head or have hot water, or I kind of like using the coffee mug warmers that you heat up, and I put a little bit of water on it, and I put the head on it for a little bit, watching it, make sure my head doesn't melt. Don't need that one. And then I would pick it up and start working on it. Hot water nearby really does help with this, because if you're constantly with a harder head, Abitsus and Volks are kind of thin, so they do work preferably better for some people. But what you can even do is dip this PENVISE into the hot water. You don't want extremely boiling water when you're doing hair because it's gonna fuck it up. So basically that's the whole thing, and hope it wasn't too complicated and y'all can at least get it. Have a fun day from Datuzinebeautifulmemories.